Forbearances, deferrals, and should you do it? That's the question today. So I want to have a discussion about this because I had 3 different situations that happened and I want to sort of walk you through it. The first one was I had a person that is doing lending and we had a discussion about what forbearance and deferrals really could potentially do in the lending world. And one of the things a lot of people don't realize is that oftentimes a forbearance or a deferral is still referenced on your credit report. Now, it's not a ding, it's not a 30-day late, but oftentimes they're in a remarks portion of the credit report because the lenders are going to report that someone did take advantage of a forbearance or a potential referral. That said, in talking to her, there are discussions in the lending industry as to whether or not that's going to impact the lending guidelines for those people. So, the reason that came up is because I was talking to her about one of my young clients that just purchased their first home and how they reached out to their lender and they did receive a forbearance, meaning that they did not have to make their house payments for 3 months. And then those 3 house payments were going to be tacked on to the end of his loan. Not a big deal, except for the fact that that could potentially impact the way he's going to look to potentially refinance his home. I then also had a discussion today with another person who's looking to sell their home and purchase their replacement property. And they were saying that they were looking at doing a forbearance on their home that they currently own because their incomes were were dramatically impacted. As a matter of fact, his business was shut down. But in the scope of it, they opted not to. And so they made their house payments over the course of the last 3 months when they could have potentially deferred it. In talking with her, I shared with her that I thought that was very wise because that means that they can then go forward with repurchasing a property and not have it necessarily impact their credit. So there's still a lot of things out there right now, a lot of unknowns as to how exactly this is going to shake out, but I wanted to make certain that you at least thought about it. If you're considering or thinking about doing a forbearance, I'm going to caution you to rethink that and really give some serious consideration. I was looking at possibly doing it because I have a rental property that I'm going to be selling in Utah. The tenants moved out, and I thought, you know what? I'm legally allowed to potentially do this. But then after talking to my lender, I thought, nope, I'm going to make certain I make those payments because that way what happens is that when I go to purchase my replacement property in Idaho, I don't have any kind of an issue with getting a loan on that particular home. It's not saying I would, but why take the chance? So still a lot of unknowns, but as always, if you can make a payment and it's not going to harm your family, I encourage you to do so because nothing is ever free. So forbearance, foreclosure, how it impacts credit. I hope this gives you some things to think about and reach out to those other people that will potentially do the refinance or potentially do your home purchase and also your lender to see exactly how that's going to impact you. As always, have an amazingly blessed day. Hey, pass this on to family and friends. If you found this helpful, I'm sure they will as well. We appreciate being your resource. I love doing these videos, and we look forward to assisting you. Thanks for the questions. Today's was a good one. As always, have an amazingly blessed day. Bye.